Hello everyone, welcome back to TalkX. So today we are going to look at key differences between iPhone 13, 14 and iPhone 16. Let's get started. So first we're going to look at the display type. So both iPhone 16, iPhone 13 and iPhone 14, they all carry the same display. Apple call them Super Retina display, but it's basically OLED display. There is no difference between all these three phones. So we're talking about the screen size. So iPhone 16, iPhone 13 and 14, they are all 6.1 inch in terms of the screen size. So there is no difference of the screen size. Now, screen resolution. iPhone 16 got the resolution of 2556 times 1179 pixel resolution and 460 pixel per inch. That's the resolution of 16. iPhone 13 and 14, the resolution is a tiny bit less at 2532 into 1170 resolution and 460p. So in terms of resolution, there is not much difference. So all three seems to be at the same category. Now let's talk about the brightness. So iPhone 16 got a little more brighter. So its basic brightness 1000 nits and HDR brightness is 1600 nits. And in outdoor it is super bright, it's around 2000 nits. But iPhone 13 and 14, the basic brightness is 800 nits and HDR will be 1200. So if you're looking at iPhone 16, you can expect a very bright phone. So what does it all mean for a normal user? So according to me, no big changes. Now let's talk about CPU. So iPhone 13 and 14, they both are A15 Bionic chip, got 6-core CPU on each devices. GPU wise, iPhone 13 got 4-core GPU, iPhone 14 got 5-core GPU, and both got 16-core neural engine, and it is a A15 Bionic chip. So when come to iPhone 16, it got a very big jump in terms of their CPU power. So it got the A18, the latest A18 Bionic chip, 6-core CPU, 5-core GPU and 16-core neural engine. So you can see that there is a big upgrade in terms of the CPU. Now let's look at the RAM size. So iPhone 16 got 8 GB of RAM memory and iPhone 13 and 14 got 4 and 6 GB respectively. So you can see the difference and the speed of the phone. Now let's talk about storage. All these three phones, 13, 14 and 16, all comes in the basic version of 128, 256 and 512 GB. There is no 1 TB version for any of this phone, no expandable storage. If you run out of that, you need to either subscribe to iCloud or you need to move your data to some other device. Now let's talk about the connector. iPhone 13 and 14 features a lightning cable for the connectivity. iPhone 16 got the USB Type-C connectivity. Type-C connectivity is a commendable upgrade for the iPhone. Now we're talking about the operating system. All these phones, iPhone 13, 14 and iPhone 16 will get iOS 18 upgrade. iPhone 16 will come with iOS 18 out of the box, but 13 and 14 they started rolling out the upgrade. Key difference is artificial intelligence or Apple Intelligence. iPhone 16 will get Apple Intelligence when we get an upgrade of the OS to 18.1, but 13 and 14 iPhones will not get the Apple Intelligence. Now let's talk about what does it all mean for a normal user. The specs are much higher in iPhone 16, so obviously iPhone 16 is more capable and it got a Type-C cable. Now let's talk about the battery size. The Apple usually explain the battery in terms of the video playback hours. So this video playback is a downloaded video and how long this phone will play. That's the whole idea about it. So 13 had a video playback time of 19 hours, 14 had a video playback of 20 hours, and when it comes to iPhone 16 we got 22 hours of video playback. Now let's talk about the charging. iPhone 13 and 14 wired charging, they support lightning cable 27 watts maximum and wireless is 15 watt. When it comes to iPhone 16, the wired maximum charging capacity is 45 watts fast charging and wireless will be 25 watt. It is a big upgrade when compared to the last year's phone and that the fast charging capacity is improved, but they haven't mentioned it anywhere on their spec sheet or anything. So we have to actually take this with a grain of salt and we have to test it in a practical way and see whether it will support the fast charging. So what does it all mean for a normal user? So 16 is better because it just got a slightly big battery, and it supports a little more faster charging. Now let's talk about the weight. iPhone 13, 14, 173, 172 gram each. iPhone 16 is 170 gram. Nobody's going to notice that difference in the weight. Now let's see about the water resistance. All these three iPhones are IP68 certified, so that means your phone is water resistant up to 6 meter deep in the water, up to 30 minutes. Now let's talk about the camera. So iPhone 13 and 14 both got 12 megapixel main camera and 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. But when it comes to iPhone 16, it got a big upgrade. The new camera system is a 40 megapixel fusion camera and then 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. So obviously you get a higher quality pictures in iPhone 16. Let's talk about the video. iPhone 13 and 14 are capable of recording 4K videos up to 60 frames per second. And the same thing goes for iPhone 16. It can record the 4K videos up to 60 frames per second. The added advantage for iPhone 16 is that it can record spatial videos. These videos are used for the Apple Vision Pro. So that's the reason they changed the alignment of the camera. And let's talk about the selfie camera. So iPhone 13, 14 and 16 all got a true depth camera of 12 megapixel in the front, and it can record video in 4K up to 60 frames per second. Now, what does it all mean for a normal user? That's a big question. iPhone 16 got a newer and high resolution camera. Obviously, you will see that in the quality of the images. Now, let's talk about the unique features of the iPhone 16. So, iPhone 16 got new two buttons. One is a camera control button, and then it got an action button, which was seen in the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max last year. Now, it got a vertical camera setup, and iPhone 16 has the dynamic island. It supports the USB Type-C connectivity, and it got audio mix. iPhone's claim is that they got 4 studio grade microphones in the iPhone 16, which will give you a studio grade audio quality. Now let's talk about the price. The base version of iPhone 16 is available in USA for $799, and in the EU between 930 and 979 euros, and in the UK for £799, and in India for 79,900 rupees. iPhone 14 available in USA for $599 US, and in the EU for 700 to 759 euros, and in the UK for £599, and in India for 59,900 rupees. So the last question is it a worthy upgrade? Now let me get it straight. Obviously iPhone 16 is more powerful because it got a faster chip, but that 0.5 second or maybe 0.3 second in the performance, or the 0.3 second faster opening the apps, that is not going to change our day-to-day life. So my opinion would be, even though iPhone 16 is a little more powerful, got little more better battery, if your iPhone 13 or 14 working fine without any lags, I don't think iPhone 16 upgrade will bring you much joy. Now if you're looking for higher quality photos, you can upgrade because iPhone 16 got a little more better camera. But apart from that, all the specs seems to be the same, and it hasn't changed. The Type-C cable has to be commended, but apart from that, I don't think the iPhone 16 upgrade would bring much joy to you. I'll be shortly coming up with an unboxing video of iPhone 16 base model. If you found this video useful, please subscribe, like and share. Your support is much appreciated. I will see you soon in the next video. Till then, peace.